Aboard today. It is Taco Tuesday, and we're making taco boats. The boats are in the oven now. I'll be telling you what those are in a little while. Debbie is back with us today. You know, I told you she had back surgery last week, and she is back with us today.
So I'm hobbling, but I'm here.
She's not 100%, but she's out of bed, and she's doing well, and she had a couple of pain-free nights. So we're excited about that. So that is good news, at least that's going on. Okay, so into our pan, we have some avocado oil. This is avocado oil. It's a very light oil. I tasted it before I put it in. It's very light, and it tastes good. It has a little bit of an avocado-y taste. Imagine that.
Okay.
And so that's what we're using today is avocado oil because that's what our recipe calls for. Remember, if you just put in the likes that you like it, I will send you the recipe. So we look forward to that. Okay, so we got a little medium-high heat going right here. And this is 2 pounds of ground turkey. So this is butterball turkey from Quality Foods in the Town Plaza Shopping Center in Toccoa. So we're going to put that in. And, of course, now that I have touched poultry, let me go over here and wash my hands right quick. Today's program, we're excited that because it's not often that you get to have tacos. And also I'm excited because I'm using my new gadget for my onions. And I'm using my new food processor. Got a brand new Ninja food processor. So we're going to be using that too. So a lot of things exciting here today as we get this going. And I'm using my new pan. I love this pan. This is it's one of Ree Drummond's pans from Pioneer Woman. It's a Walmart pan. It was like $39. It's a kind of expensive pan, but man, is it good. You just wipe it out at the end. You hardly ever need to put it in the dishwasher. Nothing ever sticks to it, really. They don't even suggest you need oil or Pam with it when you cook. But I always like to put a little oil in there, especially when I'm doing turkey. So we got that going on. I'm going to put just a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, season my turkey up just a little bit, and we'll just let that hang around and do its thing there. So, yeah, we're on. We're doing good. Now, while that's going on, a couple of things we got to do. We're going to shred this cabbage. And again, first time I've ever used my new food processor. So we're going to be putting...
and you have a new knife.
Yeah, I got a new knife, man. I got all kind of new stuff. So
give a man a cooking show, and that's what he does.
That's right. You know, you can take it all on taxes. That's what Drew Benfield tells me anyway. So that's what we do. So we're going to put this in here. May have to cut these down a little smaller. This is not the largest food processor.
Why don't you just take the lid off and put them all in?
Because you got to do this number. You got to go like
because that's the way it's supposed to be done.
How quiet that thing is. Isn't that great? So this is...
so quiet.
I know, isn't it fantastic? How quiet it is. That's what I like about this one compared to the other one that I had. Was that this one is quiet. The other one was so loud. And so we're putting a little bit of cabbage. We're using this was a very small cabbage to start with, which I wanted specifically for this because I didn't want a lot of leftovers and I wanted to use a lot of cabbage here. So this cabbage is going to go in.
Jimmy Robinson's watching.
Hey, Jimmy.
Amanda Seegers.
Amanda Seegers is watching. Oh, is that going to go down or what?
Well, I don't know why you have to force that.
I don't know either, but let's see what we have. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got about a bowl full. I'm going to stop right there. And this is such a nice food processor. Let me encourage you, if you want to get a good one, this is a Ninja brand. You know, I looked at the Cuisinarts. I looked at several different ones. And actually, my brother-in-law, who just moved to Toccoa, he is a big fan of the Ninja. We got the little Ninja shake maker over here. And I make my shakes that we have on our program. Love strawberry shakes and chocolate shakes. I make them in the Ninja maker right there. And now we've got this little unit right here. And look at all that good cabbage. Shredded cabbage. That'll come into play a little later.
That makes me want to put some mayonnaise and pepper in it and go to town.
Yeah, make a kind of a slaw. Is that what you make a slaw with?
That's what I like.
Well, I like to put pickles and other stuff in it.
No, you can't ruin a good cabbage. David Cash is watching.
Hey, David. Man, hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting some good reports from the doctors nowadays. So anyway, I'm getting ready. The next process is to put the onion in. So I'm going to get my little knife from over here, and I am going to create...
Ed Lacey says he moved to Texas. What did I say?
Yeah, I said a message this morning. And that's 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you like Texas compared to Chicago?
Joe Smith is watching.
I'm still talking to Ed.
Oh, well, Ed's got to have time to answer you.
Well, Ed, I have got a proposal for you, my friend. You're a very entrepreneur. What was it Leonard said on, or Sheldon said? Entrepreneurialistic is what Georgie said. You're an entrepreneurialistic kind of guy. So if you want to get involved in the greatest thing we've ever been involved in, we need to talk. It has just been phenomenal. So, Ed Lacey, I got your number, man. I'm coming for you.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy Robinson said he's going to the doctor tomorrow.
Going what?
To the doctor
Oh,
tomorrow.
Jimmy is? Well, Jimmy, I hope things are going to go better for you, man. I know
It's
you've
time.
been struggling. Yeah, and it's time for things to go a little better for you. There we go.
Am I strong enough to do something like that?
Well, you should be. Cindy, my friend in Wisconsin, she was dicing onions, and you know, when she came to Phoenix, she brought her dicer with her because she loves it so much. She brought this dicer. And I was asking her, I said, how do you dice your stuff? And she said, oh, I've got this great machine. And she pulled it out, the same machine I got.
Wow.
I said, well, who knew?
Nita Ryder's watching.
Who?
Nita Ryder.
Nita. Hey, there you are. See, that's what you get. They're all diced up, ready to go. Isn't that
All
great?
pretty.
It is phenomenal. Love it, love it, love it.
Muscle.
Yeah. So we got I'm just going to brown this turkey. Now, you know, there's quite a bit of, actually, I'm going to go over here to Big Dog Burner because this isn't getting as brown as I want it to as quickly. There's quite a bit of moisture in turkey, so we got to get that moisture gone before we can get the browning to begin. So once it starts browning, in order to separate it out, that's why I've got the potato masher out here. I'll mash it up with the potato masher. I really like that when I'm doing this kind of thing.
Ravonda's watching.
Ravonda, I talked to Ravonda today. Matter of fact, she was sending out prayers for you. She's getting ready to go to the doctor. Hopefully they can take care of her back situation with arthritis and not have to have another surgery. I told Ravonda where we live. She's going to come by one day, and she told me where they live. We're going to stop by and see her one day.
That sounds good.
Yeah, Ravonda, it'd be good to see you and catch up.
Might catch me in
They
my
just got back
nightgown,
from
but
Hawaii,
I'll
you know.
be here.
Who do what?
Might catch me in my nightgown, but
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Yeah, give us a call 5 minutes away.
Yeah, so I can change out of night clothes.
Yeah, Debbie has now retired, and when she retired in a
I retired my clothes.
she retired in every aspect of the word.
I did.
So I've got some toppings I'm getting ready now right here. While these are going on, I'm going to chop up this bell pepper also. I like my let's see, Nakati. That's what it is, Nakati knife. And I'm just going to chop up some bell pepper. They're going to go in. And I found out this thing can be vicious. I actually cut the end of my finger off, or a little chunk of my finger off
You did.
with this thing earlier, and it took several weeks for it to heal. So
Cherie
be
says
careful.
hello.
Cherie, oh hey Cherie. Hope you're doing well. It's always good to hear Cherie on here. Matter of fact, Cherie, I know you have never had a weight problem. My goodness, if anything, you need to gain some weight. We always are envious of you in your bodily state. I don't know what you call it.
Bud Shepherd is watching.
Bud, hey man, Bud, we got so many of our race fans and people that watch, and I just appreciate that so much because this isn't a racing show. By the way, tomorrow night I am going to be at Chick-fil-A in Commerce, and I'd love for a lot of you to come hang out with me and just enjoy yourselves. And we'll talk racing, we'll talk health, we'll talk a little hope. So we're looking forward to that tomorrow night at Chick-fil-A, 7 o'clock in Commerce. And last time we had one of these was last week in Toccoa, and only Vinny Livingston and me. And Vinny was planning to be there. He's in business with me, and it was just me and Vinny. And we'd really like to have some folks there that I can buy a Diet Coke for, or, I might even spring for some nuggets, some grilled nuggets if you wanted them. So anyway,
Taylor's watching.
Drew, hey man, did y'all play golf? I think they were going to play golf this week.
He and Margot?
Yeah, he and Margot are going to go play golf.
Like
his buddy Steve Curley was at church Sunday. It was good to see Steve back. I hadn't seen him in a long time.
So when does your onion go in?
Oh, this has got to brown a little bit first.
I see.
So we're letting this kind of get happy here and brown up. That's all of the peppers I want. I'm just going to use about half of that pepper. Good. Now we've got to start getting some, and I'm just going to slide these over to the side. got to start getting some toppings going for this. So one of the toppings we're going to use is tomato. And in order to dice this tomato, I'm just going to pull it down like this.
Ashley Gregory's watching. And
Ashley told me she was going to be here. She couldn't wait for Taco Tuesday.
Zinnia. But stop it.
Oh,
Best of it.
Yeah, Zinnia. We have become friends on Facebook as well, and we've been trading some recipes and things. It's good to have you watching them. Thank you so much.
I hope I said her name right.
I'm sure you didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I'm just going to take this little stem out of there, put that in. So we're creating some toppings here with that's tomatoes. That'll be one of the toppings. We're also going to put a little bit of red onion, about a half of this red onion. We're going to chop up as a topping as well. Now, these aren't going in the dish. These are actually toppings for our taco.
Make them small.
I shall.
Vinny's on.
Vinny is here. Yeah,
Vinny
and them got back from the beach.
Yeah, they did.
And sometime we'll have to tell you the story of Vinny and how his fishing line got taken away by a guy on a boat that wasn't paying attention. So, anyhow, that's a story we'll tell you tomorrow night. Vinny's going to be with me tomorrow night at Chick-fil-A in Commerce. So we'll tell you that story. Vinny called me yesterday and he said, "Have you been to Walmart?" And I said, "No." He said, "They don't have a rutabaga in sight." He figured I'd been there buying out all the rutabagas. But no, it wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me. I tell you what I did do.
Somebody owned the rutabagas.
Yeah, that's right. What I did do on Sunday, I wanted to make potato salad because it was Easter. Wanted to make potato salad, and so I took two different things. I took how do you pronounce that? Jicama. It's spelled like Jamaica, but it's jicama. And I took a jicama, which everybody's been raving about, and I took a rutabaga, and I made potato salad
out of each
for Debbie and me to test out which one we liked best. Well, the jicama was not good. It was too crunchy. It was just it didn't have the good flavor. Yeah. But now the rutabaga had great flavor, so we determined that we like rutabaga better. So that's what we're going to be having. This is just jalapeno pepper. This will be for Charles's tacos, not for Debbie's tacos. Got a couple of 3 spring onions here. These are called spring onions. They're called green onions. They're called scallions. Got a number of different names. Sort of like me. People call me Grover, which is my given name. People call me Charles, of course. People call me Charlie. When I was at the church in South Carolina, everybody over there called me Charlie, so I can always tell when somebody from the church in South Carolina knows me. Believe it or not, I have people who call me Richard.
Richard?
I think, why in the world would my parents have given me the name Richard with the last name Head? But anyway, that's another story.
Rutledge is watching.
Who?
Roger Murray.
Roger Murray, yeah.
Debbie Hornet
has been having some difficulties. Yeah, I know Debbie's getting ready to watch some sons do some racing. That's coming up here very soon. Toccoa's getting ready to race. Livonia has been racing. They're racing again this weekend. So that is going to be good for them. All right, so now we're starting to brown. That's what I want to do. Get a little Maillard action going on. That's what you call the browning. I think that's a French word. I'm not sure it's French. I think it sounds more Spanish. But anyway, that is the word that they use for the browning action that's going on. It's called the Maillard reaction. So like, my Lord, it's browning. No, Maillard. Okay. All right, so we're going to put this aside. We're going to put this back in just a little while. And that's going to do some more stuff. So we got that happening right there. Get all of that out of the pan. So now I'm going to go back to more medium heat, which will be this burner right here. And I'm going to put a little more of my avocado oil in. What do I do with my diced onions? Here they are, sweetheart. So we're going to put the diced onions in.
Susan Whitworth Bale is watching.
Susan.
Billy Goodman.
Yeah, who?
Billy Goodman.
Billy. I'll tell you what, we're getting so many more people that are watching. By the way, kudos to the folks at Facebook. When we and at WCON, when we started the radio show going to a 2-hour format, we started including music on the radio. And what that did, obviously on radio, on Facebook, you can't do music. So we had to come up with an idea. And it was just like the day of it, I decided to try to have a guest host come in and had Brandon Stroud come in on that first one. And it was great. We had more viewers. We had like 3,000 viewers on that first show. And I was just amazed because the most viewers, this is now Facebook viewers. This isn't counting the radio station audience.
Right.
They're listening to music while we're talking in the background. Then I had Kenny Collins come in, and we had over 6,000 viewers on Facebook. Man, the most ever. What a great idea this was. And then last week, Woody Canutt was on with me, and I think we've topped over 3,000 with Woody. Right. So a lot of good stuff going on, and I haven't chosen. I've invited several people to be guest hosts this week, but I haven't chosen one yet. So we'll find out who that's going to be. I haven't had anybody respond to me that they wanted to be a guest host. But that has been a phenomenal thing. I'm so excited about it. We have a chance to talk about behind-the-scenes stuff and just really get in depth with race car drivers.
Just goof off.
Yeah, just goof off. And it's so funny because when Logan, my producer, tells me we're getting ready to go back after a song, getting ready to go back on the air, I have to say, okay, let's be professional now. Let's act like we're on the radio. And it's just so much fun to be able to do that. And it truly is behind-the-scenes look at a radio station and how live radio operates. There ain't much live radio going on nowadays. That is a thing that's a thing of the past. Most everybody does what they call voice tracking. That means the DJ actually does all of the talking over the songs and everything hours before it airs, and they just leave the station and it does its thing.
Wow. But
no voice tracking for me. I love doing it live and having to do it as best as I possibly can when I'm there live.
Are these all your toppings now?
Except for the avocado.
Avocado.
Oh, wrong knife.
Judy Townsend is watching.
Yeah, Judy. Good. So we're going to use this other knife because I'm going to be chopping into my... Let's hope this is a good-looking avocado. Oh, good-looking avocado. Here's the deal about avocados. You want one that's a little spongy, and you want to make sure the stem is still in. And you know you're in good shape, pretty good shape when you do that. I didn't want to use my other knife because that would dull it a lot putting it in there like that. So I wanted to use that knife in particular. Okay. So my onion have done their thing. Let me get a bench scraper out here, sweetheart.
It should always be out on your
I
bench.
know, but I wasn't paying attention. So the bench scraper goes in.
Now the green peppers go in.
Yeah, the peppers go in. They're just going to sit there for a couple of 3 minutes and get just a little bit of shrinkage going on with them. That was cilantro, by the way, that I was chopping up there a minute ago.
Okay.
And I'm going to get the avocado out. And let's see, I want to do that with a big spoon. We want this avocado in slices, and I have learned to use a small paring knife and make sure how many times have I cut my hand going all the way through the skin doing that. You know, Debbie bought me this handy-dandy little tool to do this. Doesn't work. Sometimes tools or gadgets are good.
You have to learn and practice.
Touche, my love.
Touche.
Okay, so there is avocado slices going right there. Isn't that cool?
I can't see.
Oh, pardon me. Don't let me get in the way of work.
Oh, poo-poo.
All right, we're going to slice this half of it up. Take our spoon and just kind of go around the edges and get it loosened up. And then that will go right in there. So there's the avocado. We also got some cheese. This is low-fat Mexican blend cheese. Got some salsa from Quality Foods in Toccoa. By the way, they're our sponsor on here. Quality Foods in downtown Toccoa. Well, it's not downtown. It's in the Town Plaza Shopping Center in Toccoa. Great people at Quality Foods. I love going in there shopping. I probably see more race fans there than I do anywhere. If you see me there on a Monday or a Tuesday, I'll be the guy in the yellow hat. Stop by and say hey. Okay, so we're putting that in there. We're now going to go with our diced tomatoes. Again, these are That's Smart. That is this particular brand that they have at Quality Foods, and it has no sodium in it. It's just the best of everything as far as health-wise is concerned. So we're going to put these in. And if I can ever get the lid off, put that over in our trash bin. The diced tomatoes are going in. Also now, this is taco seasoning. I'm only going to put a couple of tablespoons. This is reduced sodium taco seasoning.
Gotta have that to make it taste like a taco.
Yeah, and that's going to thicken up just a little bit here with the juice from the tomato. So you want that to thicken just a hair.
Isn't
So
it
we're going to let that, yeah, isn't that pretty? That's very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, it looks so pretty. Then the rest of this is pretty much toppings. There's not a whole lot more that goes into here except for our cabbage. Now we're going to put the cabbage in and just kind of let it wilt down just a little bit. So we're going to let that cabbage wilt.
That's in lieu of lettuce, correct?
Yeah, I guess it would be. Yeah, you'd have lettuce in a taco salad. This is just I don't know exactly why it's in there. It was in the recipe, and I thought it was a good idea. It's a way to boost the vegetable flavor.
Fiber.
Yeah, it gives you a little more fiber.
Mitch Current is watching.
Mitch is another one of our racing buddies from kind of a fur distance, as they used to say.
Where's a fur distance?
Mitch, where are you from? He's over at he does a lot of stuff with Dixie Speedway and places like that, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so we're going to let this now continue on here. And that is going to cook for another, it just needs to cook for another little while. That turkey sat there and pretty much got cooked all the way through while it sat. Now, if there's any pink spots, there doesn't seem to be any pink spots, but I'm going to let that hang out for just a little while.
Needs a few more minutes. Jimmy Clord.
Well, you want Jimmy Lord?
It says Jimmy Clord.
Yeah, Jimmy told me last week he was on with Woody. Woody's been calling Jimmy Clord too. He said that he got hacked, and his name is Jimmy C. Lord. That's the middle initial. And so rather than going with Santa Man, I'm not sure that was available. Everybody knows him as Santa Claus around the racetracks. Rather than going with Santa Man, he went with Jimmy Clord, Jimmy C. Lord instead.
Gotcha.
Okay, so ready to come out of the oven now is our boats.
Our boats, which are the taco.
The boats, are like the taco shell. So here we go.
Boy, that's a boat and a half.
That's a boatload of boat, isn't it? I'm not sure how I want to turn this thing over without. That's going to be hot. Yeah. Let's see. I don't have tongs.
What about your bench scrape?
That might be a good idea. That in combination with tongs. Let's see what that does. So now this has been roasting for 35 minutes. So you want these spaghetti squashes to be good and roasted, and they appear to be. Okay. So now I want to take a fork. Oh, hello. And I want to start. Didn't get a fork out. I want to start shredding the spaghetti squash. So while this is going on over here, we're going to start shredding. Huh?
I'm just asking.
What now?
Why not just put your taco stuff inside there?
Well, it will, but you want to have this so that you can get down into it a little bit and have it mixed up. You don't want to have all the taco fixings around there. This spaghetti squash, I haven't used biscotti, I almost said it, a spaghetti squash in quite a while. We used to really like these until we found other substitutes for pasta and spaghetti. But anyway, put that in there.
And then it's ready to load.
Yeah, it's ready to load and eat, yeah.
Bryce and Dove is watching.
Bryce and Dove, man, I tell you what, the Doves have been around the racing world for many, many, many years around the local tracks. By the way, I've tried to get a hold of the guy from Hartwell Speedway. Jeff Adams, if you're watching, man, I want to get you on the radio and tell everybody what you got going on at Hartwell Speedway, because he has bought it and he's got big plans, and I would just love to be able to let him get the word out to everybody what he's doing. He's pretty vocal on Facebook, but he hasn't really said much in the media about what's going on, and he may be, and rightly so, scared of the media. Doesn't have to be scared of me. I'm not going to ask probing questions, but anyway. All right, now this is enough for 4. Okay. So we only have 2 here. So I'm going to have some of this left over. So let's start putting some in our boats. Isn't that a beautiful looking
It is.
serving?
I love the yellow with it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of taco. At least there's room for some toppings.
It's a boatload.
It's a boatload of taco.
Or as Tori used to always say, a buttload. But in this case, it truly is a boatload. And I'm sloshing this all over my stove.
Yeah, you're wasting.
Okay, so there's half, about half each. Now, what toppings would you like, my love? Green onions?
No.
Okay.
Tomato,
How about
salsa, cheese?
All right, salsa. Here's some cheese. Let's put some
Lots
cheese
of
on there for you.
You don't need cheese, just me.
No, you can't say lots of cheese. Remember, we are still trying to lose
Yes,
a little
we
bit
are.
of weight. So not a lot of cheese, and that is, by the way, low-fat cheese. Red onion?
No.
No red onion for you. I'll have a little red onion for moi. Well, I fixed a lot of red onion for you not to have any. That'll be a good thing for later. Jalapenos, honey. Would you like jalapenos?
Of course not.
So I'm going to put that entire jalapeno on mine. I like it hot.
Yes, you do.
You want tomato?
Yes, please.
Okay. Here's a little tomato. Please pardon my hands. I did get spoons for this, but I failed to use them.
Your boat is turning over.
Yeah, my boat's had it. Cilantro?
No.
Here's a little bit of chopped cilantro. Gives it that good old Mexican flavor. You said you wanted sour cream?
Yes.
This is reduced fat sour cream.
Lots of sour cream and cheese.
Oh, there's a reason you don't hear PJ out here tonight interrupting us. Tell them what PJ's doing.
PJ has to go to bed at a certain time, and this is that time. And we have to give him yogurt at night, which he loves and will not go to sleep without. And then he climbs in his bed. I don't care if the sunshine is still shining. He has to go to sleep at that time with his belly full of yogurt.
Isn't that something?
Greek yogurt.
He loves, and it's got to be a specific kind. I bought the Cabot brand yogurt.
Oh, forget it.
He will not even look at it. He has to have the cheap store brand. You want some lime juice?
Yes, a little bit.
All right, a little bit of lime juice. I want to have a little bit of lime juice too, sweetheart.
That looks wonderful.
Okay, now how about
some? Now you're going to plate it now.
Huh? Oh, I'll just pick it up.
I'll
just pick it up. All right, I'll have a little avocado. I worked with a guy at the radio station one time. He was doing swap shop, and somebody had an avocado El Dorado for sale on swap shop. This is back in the 70s, obviously, when avocado cars were a big thing. And old Keith said, and he was just having fun. He said, we have an avocado El Dorado for sale.
Okay.
Oh, I'll tell you another funny about that, too. I was doing swap shop one day, and the lady who was typing it up had made a mistake. And normally just one letter being off is not a big deal, but I read it. It caught me by surprise, and I said, one pair of poot hole diggers, $25. Probably post hole diggers, but of course I read it exactly as she had it. Poot hole diggers. One letter messed it up. So since we're doing yellow tonight.
Susan Bell says those look amazing.
Who said?
Susan Bell.
Oh, Susan, man, I can't wait to dig in. I think I can pick this up now.
Is it hot?
And yes, it's rather warm, sweetheart. On the red plates, don't those look good?
Look great.
That is Taco Boats. It is Taco Tuesday. All you got to do is hit the like button, and I will send you the recipe. And if you hit the share button, who knows what I'll send you. But share it with your friends. But anyway, hit the like button. I'll send you the recipe, everybody. Taco Tuesday right here on the Healthy Happy Hour. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.